Title: From Betrayal to Purpose. The story of Joseph. Have you ever been betrayed? Have you ever felt forgotten, overlooked, or treated unfairly? Sometimes life takes unexpected turns. Doors close, people disappoint us, dreams seem delayed. But what if your setback is actually part of God's setup? Today, we are looking at one of the most powerful stories in the Bible, the story of Joseph. Joseph was the beloved son of Jacob. His father gave him a special coat, a symbol of favor. But that favor stirred jealousy in his brothers. Joseph also had dreams that one day he would rise to a position of authority. Instead of celebrating him, his brothers hated him even more. One day their jealousy turned into action. They threw Joseph into a pit and later sold him into slavery. Imagine that moment. Betrayed by your own family. Abandoned, powerless. But even in the pit, God was with Joseph. Sometimes we find ourselves in pits we didn't dig. Betrayal, rejection, injustice. But the presence of a pit does not mean the absence of God. Joseph was taken to Egypt and sold to Potiphar, an Egyptian official. Despite being a slave, Joseph worked with excellence and integrity. God blessed everything he did. Soon, he was placed in charge of Potiphar's household. But another test came. Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of wrongdoing after he refused to sin. Because of this, Joseph was thrown into prison. He did the right thing and still suffered. Have you ever obeyed God and still faced hardship? Joseph's life reminds us that obedience does not always lead to immediate reward, but it always leads to God's purpose. Even in prison, God was with him. While in prison, Joseph continued to serve faithfully. He interpreted dreams for 2 prisoners, one of whom later served Pharaoh. Years passed. Joseph was forgotten, but heaven had not forgotten him. At the appointed time, Pharaoh had troubling dreams no one could interpret. The former prisoner finally remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh, and in one moment God elevated him from prisoner to prime minister of Egypt, from the pit to the palace. God does not waste pain. God does not waste delays. God does not waste seasons of hiddenness. What looks like rejection may be redirection. What feels like delay may be divine preparation. Years later, famine struck the land. Joseph's brothers came to Egypt seeking food, bowing before him just as his dreams had shown. He had power now. He could have chosen revenge. Instead, he chose forgiveness.
Narrator, off screen. Joseph said something profound. Joseph, on screen. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good.
You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. This is the heart of the story. What others meant for harm, God can turn for good. What tried to break you, God can use to build you. What delayed you, God can use to position you. Joseph's story is not just about success. It is about trust, endurance, forgiveness, and purpose. If you are in a pit right now, God sees you. If you are in a prison season, God is preparing you. If you feel forgotten, He has not forgotten you. Your story is still unfolding. Stay faithful, keep trusting, forgive freely, and believe that God is working behind the scenes. From betrayal to purpose, God is able. If this message encouraged you, like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more faith-building content. And remember, your pit is not your final destination.